In this video, I'll be talking about the Cras units, showing you guys the conversions, and showing you the stats. Now, I'm not going to be saying like this is the best unit piece to go for or whatnot. You will have to make that sort of decision and also think on the various factors that will contribute to that. I am just going to show you guys numbers. I'm not going to go into a lot of my opinions and thoughts about it because, once again, I don't know your situation. But for those who do not want a bunch of spoilers and just want a like dumbed down non-spoiler version of it, save your modules. Save the modules that you'll get when you start doing divide and stuff. If you want to go for these unit pieces, do you have to go for them? Nope, but this is entirely up to you. Once again, you won't be able to know like if this is something for you, but once again, I would just say hold on to those modules. Don't spend them on like maybe pure Austin still, depending on the pacing and depending on if you've been farming as much. If you're farming a lot, might not be a huge issue. Once again, I don't know your entire situation. The thing is though, if you really want to go for these unit pieces on day one, you will want to hold on to modules. Now, the modules you need specifically, there are 4 types. You might be introduced to 3 of these 4, and then you'll be introduced to the Shiva module later. So the exact number of modules you need for these conversions, if you want the leg, rear, and arm, note that you can get one of each in terms of these different sections. You will need 40 Shiva modules. You need 100 Metro, 100 Varuna, and then 150 in the Exocore. You also need something called a Demos stone, or the currency like the Persona emergency quest, urgent quest, where it drops Erebos stones or whatever the purple stones are called over there in global. Pretty much that's the same thing with those demo stones. They are that certain urgent quest currency that you have to spam and beat the shit out of with the Primordial Darkness. So you would need 150 of those as well. But that's pretty much it for the non-spoiler bits. Now, when it comes to the conversion, now this is spoilers, just FYI. When it comes to the conversion, you gotta have to talk to Zieg. This is a fixed way to get them. There is a way to get them as a drop, but it is once again RNG. You get it through Primordial. Very low drop rate, but hey, look, if you get them, good on you. You don't need to spend these resources. But anyways, let's go to Zieg and stare at the conversions. Get a click on obtain units. Once again, there is one of these pieces for rear, arm, and leg. For the rear, you can see it's at the very top. Demos and Exocore are going to stay the same. Shiva, Metra, and Varuna, they will change. For Demos, once again, that's from the emergency quest for Primordial Darkness. You'll get this currency in due time. You need 50 of these. Exocore, 50. Shiva, you need 20. Metra, 25. Varuna, 25. If you need to pause the screen so you can look at it, go ahead and do so. It will come with these affixes augments, unless, once again, Global change it a bit. But this is the conversion for it. Let us move to the arm. Now, you'll see a difference when I go to the arm. Demos and Exocore are the same. Varuna is the same. However, Metra and Shiva change. Shiva decreased by 10, so now it's 10, not 20. For Metra, it is 50, not 25. So it got emphasized on the Metra. And guess what? You'll notice another little snippet when it comes to, what is it, the SAF as well. And then lastly, moving on to the leg one, it's going to be, once again, 50 Demos, 50 Exocore, but instead of 25 for Varuna, it's 50. However, they did decrease the Metra, so it's 25, and Shiva still at 10. Rear is going to emphasize on Shiva, arm is going to emphasize on Metra modules, and then leg is going to emphasize on Varuna. And that is it when it comes to doing that. Once again, when it comes to getting the modules, there's several ways to do it. Divide quests are going to be your main go-to. You can buy them, and then there are several other future quests that will drop them as well. Now, this snippet is me showing you guys the stats and kind of pointing out some differences here and there. I'm not going to say this is, once again, the best unit to go for because, once again, that depends on your situation. I don't know what it is. You will have to stare at this and figure it out yourself. I will have the links in the description. Note that in terms of the unit set, that the Cras unit does not have one. Apparently for the 13-star units, only like having a set of divide stuff, any 3 pieces are going to give you these things. But for Cras, it's not like that. Now the Cras pieces by themselves will have emphasize on something, and it will depend on what it is. For example, the rear, you notice that the rear just excels in a certain field. Hopefully you guys can catch on to it. I'll give you guys a few seconds. If you didn't get what this thing can emphasize on, it's the attack. The attack is stupidly high compared to most of these 13-star pieces. Now, the only thing that is actually pretty high up there are a couple pieces, like this piece over here. It does give a good chunk of attack along with the Atlas, but other than that, nothing goes past the 3 digits, because this is a whopping 120 in SR and T attack. Now, in terms of everything else, it's kind of okay. It does excel in certain fields compared to other pieces. Once again, you gotta have to look at it. I would say in terms of HP, like De Novo can definitely kick its butt. I think the Scaval can also kick its butt as well in terms of that department, yeah. And then Atlas, and then like even a Livestream can do it. Livestream can beat it in terms of its PP. Well, this piece can definitely beat it in terms of PP. But yeah, some of these things aren't as high compared to some other ones. But yeah, once again, this has a whopping plus 120. And in terms of SAF, it does give a Shiva Glare, which is pretty much a good all-rounder, especially covering most of the stats that you may want to emphasize on. It's going to emphasize on your attack, defense, your HP, and PP. And note that all these other pieces are going to have a glare of some sort. And guess what? The arm emphasized on Metro modules. Guess what? This is going to give you a Metro glare. And then this one got emphasized on Varuna modules. It's going to give Varuna glare. And then obviously we looked at the rear one. It's going to emphasize on that Shiva glare. Moving on to the arm one. You can see that it has a stupid amount of HP. It's pretty high. Not only that, it does emphasize on its defenses as well. In terms of the resist and in terms of SR and T defense. The attack isn't as grand. PP is still the same. But yeah, it's just that the defenses are high up there compared to like all these other stats as well. But the HP is 220. I think the only piece that was able to combat against that would be like De Novo. But everything else is like not that stupidly high. It's twice the amount compared to all these other ones. And then lastly, the leg piece. Not a lot of HP in all honesty. It does emphasize a bit more on all these other fields, but the big thing it excels in is the PP. You can see that it's 16 PP, 11, 15, 13, 3, all these different numbers. Now this one does give 22, but in terms of the other stats, it's not high. It's you can see a difference. But yeah, that's the leg piece right there. Once again, SAF of Varuna. But yeah, once again, the links will be in the description if you want to stare at it. I'm not going to say this is quote-unquote the best unit to go for because, once again, it depends on your situation, depends on what you are doing in-game. I'm not going to tell you guys how to run the game. I will say this, though. I do have these things. I do have an arm piece in my storage. I'm going to actually have to walk over... English. I'm going to walk over to my storage, but as you can see, I did push this to an 8 slot. Now, did I do it the normal way? Hell fucking no, I did not do it the normal way. That is gambling and getting stuff, especially with this fucking garbage so up there in the normal way, it's like pain in the ass. So yeah, I did push this to an 8 slot. You'll see that video. This is where I actually destroyed my Skydance spoon. If you didn't see my post about it, yeah, I did destroy Skydance spoon, and you'll see it. I will make another separate video just emphasizing on that. But I already got these pieces to 8 slots. I do have a Liberate arm still. I'm going to trade that in for the arm piece over here. I do have an arm piece here. It's just that I need to do the finalize the fix that I need to do so I can make this into an 8 slot and an all-rounder. If you're curious to the formula that I'm going to do or use, you can look in the description for that as well. But that is it for this video. Pretty much, Cras units, they might appeal to you maybe. I don't know. It's just that that's what it is, or this is what you need to do to try to get yourself prepped and ready for it. And those are the stats that you see from those unit pieces. So let me know if you plan to get these. Let me know if you already got them, especially if you're playing on the Japanese PSO2. Let me know in the comments. I'll see you guys in the next video. Any question, comment, concerns, once again, put it down there as well. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.